I honestly wish someone sat down with me to tell me what I'm about to tell you when I was 14 years old, full of acne, super insecure. I was like 120 pounds. This is stuff I wish people told me. So I just wanted to start by just saying how bad it was for me when I was 14 years old. Like, I was full of acne. Like, I still have scars to this day. You could see them all over my face, right? I was so bad, I couldn't even wear white shirts. Like, if I wore a white shirt, I would bleed through it, like, completely. I couldn't sleep in white sheets because I would bleed through them. I would sometimes, like, just be going out my day and somebody would point out that pus would be coming out of my face, right? It was horrible. It was absolutely a nightmare. And it hurt so bad. People, I don't know, if you have acne on your back, you might understand what I'm about to say. But sometimes people would go to hug you and they would like pat your back. You know what I mean? And it hurt so bad. Like when they would pat your back, when they dap you up. It was genuinely painful to have the acne I had. It sucked. And what doctors would do to try to fix it was they would just tell me, oh, here's a cream. Here's a cream for you to try it. Oh yeah, spend $100 on this fucking dog shit cream that we know is not gonna work, but we'll make a little bit of money off you on the meantime. Those creams never worked. The creams, the face washes, all that bullshit, it doesn't work. I'm telling you right now. Like, if you go to a dermatologist and they tell you, just tell them to fuck off, because it doesn't work. I promise you it doesn't work, right? And it wasn't until later on that I started to realize that honestly, acne isn't genetic. It's not genetic at all, right? People love that argument of, oh yeah, I have acne because my mom had acne and my dad had acne, and it's just whatever. It's just not really true. Maybe you're more prone to acne. Maybe it's easier for you to get it, but it's not the end all be all excuse of why you have acne. There are factors that play into it. And it took me really long to realize that. It took me so long to realize that the foods that I'm eating and the things that I'm doing in my day-to-day life were affecting my skin way more than any cream or any medicine could have done, right? And I'm gonna be fully transparent with you guys. When I had really bad acne, I took Accutane twice. 6 months rotation on the max dose. I took Accutane twice. The first time, by the way, Accutane is a nightmare. It worked, it did its thing, but it's an absolute nightmare. Like, you're dry. I looked flaky everywhere. I felt horrible. If I was in the sun for more than 3 minutes, I would burn right away because of how dry my skin was. It was so bad. My lips would bleed because of how like dry they were. Same thing with my nose. I'd bleed from my nose. I'd bleed from my lips. I mean, it's an absolute nightmare. It's horrible. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. It is so bad. On top of that, I did it twice. The first time, it took most of it away, but it just came back like right away. And the second time I took it, I was already kind of going to the gym. I was already, fixing up my diet a little bit to the point where it kind of didn't come back as hard, but it came back a little bit. I was still eating like Chick-fil-A, and I was still eating out, Chipotle, Ceros, all that bullshit. And it ended up just coming back again. Like, yes, Accutane did its thing, but it kept coming back. These medicines, especially Accutane, which, by the way, I wouldn't recommend to anybody because that shit messes up your liver like so unbelievably bad. And it's the worst experience ever. I mean, unless like you're so desperate that you really, really want to get it away and, nothing has helped, you do what you want. But I wouldn't recommend that to anybody, right? But I just want to touch up on that. It just kept coming back. These medicines, they'll take it away for a little bit. I mean, Accutane, I don't know about the creams, but it just kept coming back. Acne is directly correlated to inflammation in your body. Like, at the end of the day, your skin is an organ. Your skin is an outward projection of whatever's happening. Sorry for the fucking playing. Let me let that pass for a second. Yeah. So, your skin is your largest organ, your largest organ. Sorry. Your largest organ. I fucking stutter like crazy, but whatever is happening inside your body shows up on your skin. That's why you see people that they'll, be taking tests, eating like shit, don't take diet seriously at all. The people that stay in the rooms on their computer, all greasy and shit, right? They're full of acne. It's because whatever's happening inside is an outward projection on your skin. And that's exactly what acne is. If you eat foods that cause your insides to become inflammatory, like seed oils, processed sugars, processed gluten, those kind of things, they cause acne really bad. And your acne is mostly a big gut problem. It's a sign of leaky gut, right? And obviously there's ways that you could reverse this, but at the end of the day, you just want to cut out all the bullshit. Cut out all the bullshit, cut out all the alcohol, cut out the processed shit, and then your gut will start to heal itself just by eating better foods. That's the way to clear acne. It's not some bullshit medicine, right? It's not Accutane that in the process absolutely destroys your liver, kills everything. You just gotta cut the root cause of it, period. Protein powders is a big one too. People that drink I don't want to put brands on blast, but like sebum protein powder, these like mass gainers, right? They're full of bullshit. They're full of bullshit that make you inflamed and causes your acne to flare up. And I'm not perfect either. I still have like a few little bumps here, but I mean, compared to where I was before, I'll probably put the picture on my thumbnail or something. It was horrible. Like, it was so bad. It was unimaginable. I had these massive cysts, like massive whiteheads coming out of my face. It was horrible. But food is a big thing. That's the main thing. Whatever's happening in your gut shows up on your skin. And I want to make that really clear. That's why I keep bringing back to it. It is very, very important. Right? And just to keep talking about something too that helped my acne a lot it wasn't really my acne, I would say it was more my insecurity about acne, was going to the gym. Like, actually pursuing something that betters yourself, that gives you this kind of confidence in yourself because you go through something difficult every day and you accomplish it. There's like a certain type of, how do I say it? There's a certain type of feeling or confidence or like self-belief that you get, or self-worth that you get when you do something difficult. You put yourself through difficult things every day and you get through it. You're just more confident in yourself. So next time you say something like, oh, I want to do this, then you actually do it because you have proof that you do things that you say you do. The gym is very important. And honestly, I started the gym for the wrong reasons. Like, I started going to the gym because of all my acne, and people always knew me as the acne kid, the skinny acne kid, like making fun of me, saying I'm pizza face and whatever. If you have acne, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Call you pizza face and all that bullshit. I wanted to start going to the gym so people could start knowing me as the guy that was jacked, the guy that was in shape. I really wanted that. I wanted the physique to outshine my acne. And that was I started going to the gym for the wrong reasons. But it was an introduction to something way bigger than I actually thought it was going to be. It absolutely changed my life. And I think if you currently have acne, you're currently going through stuff and you're skinny and people are making fun of you, go to the gym. Not only does it make you look better, it makes you build your physique. It builds your confidence. It builds your self-worth. It is so important, and it changed my life, and it could change your life. So just moral of the story, just to wrap it up, it's fucking playing. Hold on. What I was saying was, you don't need expensive creams. You don't need expensive creams. You don't need expensive medications, right? Those insecurities you feel about yourself, about your skin or the way you look or how skinny you are, that's only temporary. Use that as fuel to better yourself. Use that as something to work on, something to give your life meaning, okay? Those things are so important, right? Just as long as you fix what's going on in your gut, your skin will get exceptionally better.